Carl Mitchell. I'm Greg's brother. Sometimes I introduce myself as his younger brother, but really I'm his older brother. And he calls me Junior or Jew.
I don't have a nickname. I'm Mandy Mitchell, Greg's little sister. Sometimes referred to me as Greg's big sister. And some people thought we were boyfriend and girlfriend since I was adopted.
Like people at school?
Oh yeah, because they didn't realize because Greg was like, this is my sister, and I would be like, no, that's your girlfriend.
Well, he's so Scandinavian looking.
I know,
You're so
because
Asian
they didn't
looking.
realize that. They didn't realize that they had adopted me. And then Greg, he actually once told his friends that he was adopted into a Korean family.
Really?
Yeah, he did. And then like I came out, or his friends were outside, and I came outside, and he's like, he made up some like Korean language. He's like, now what? I was like, Mom wants you to call her. And I was like, whatever.
So what was it like growing up with Greg?
You want to start?
Do you want to go first?
Well, it's kind of, probably, yeah, because there's like pre-Mandy, and then there's Mandy Greg, and then there's Mandy Greg. Does that make sense? Because Monica and I went off to college, and and Greg had a whole different thing.
True.
It was Jessica, the skateboarding girl.
True.
And I was not involved in
And all
that.
my other friends he dated. Yes.
Dated or just had sex with?
Probably both.
Okay.
So I think you should go pre-Mandy days.
Well, Mom and Dad had really wanted a baby. Well, Dad really wanted another baby. Mom wasn't sure. It took a while to conceive him, and then they finally got him. And he was absolutely the funniest kid. I mean, everybody just loved him because he was so little. And then Monica and I were talking this morning about the time you had that onesie on that zipped up, and we filled it full of popcorn, and you were walking around there. And then we got in trouble, and Dad said we could never play with him.
What are the age differences between you and Greg?
There's 7.5 years between Greg and I think. So it's not big, but it's significant. Because anytime there's a 5-year span, you almost can consider that an only child. So Greg felt like an only child until Mandy came. So he was pretty funny. He entertained us. I keep thinking of all the houses we lived in, because we didn't get Mandy till Yale, right? So there was Roanoke. You were born on Roanoke, and we lived over on Water. Do you remember the house on Water? Okay. And I remember he was going to go in to get his tonsils taken out, and we lived on Roanoke, and Mom had that, well, she still has it, that orange crushed velvet couch.
Oh, yeah.
And he threw himself on the couch. Huh?
That's from Roanoke?
Yeah, she had recovered. Well, it was gold then. It was gold crushed velvet. And then he threw himself on the thing and grabbed his neck, and he says, I don't think I'm going to make it. He died in surgery. So Greg was always like one step ahead of the script. And I think he was kind of lonely over there because there were kids my age in the neighborhood, but no kids your age. And Mom and Dad were trying to potty train him and poopy train him or whatever, toilet train him. And he would walk around, he'd poop his pants and he'd walk around the house like this after he pooped his pants. And so he finally figured out that he thought if he couldn't see you, you couldn't see him. So Mom and Dad finally figured out what was going on there. And thank God, I think you're potty trained now, aren't you?
A little bit.
Toilet trained now. And then he you never went to All Saints. Oh yeah, you did, didn't you?
Yeah.
Because we moved over to Yale after that point. And then that's when Mandy came. Remember us all sleeping in the living room?
The first night, yeah.
Well, didn't we do it like more than one night? Maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know. I remember the first night, though. We all slept out in the living room.
And then, so Mandy comes. I'm no longer a big brother. I'm just kind of like, because Greg and I kind of connected big brother, little brother thing a little bit, I think. Well, actually quite a bit. And then Mandy came, and then they created their own language because she spoke Korean, he spoke English. They kind of created their own language, and Mom and I could never figure out what you guys were saying. And then Mandy would say something, and Greg goes, well, she means this. So, yeah. So whether you were being on top of it or not, or you were like saying,
I would coincide, I think, you know.
right. So you were either saying what you wanted whatever.
She wants cookies.
She said she wants cookies.
Which brings me to the time when he would never eat. Greg never ate, but he always wanted a popsicle. He always wanted a fudge sickle.
I still like that.
And, well, it's such a beer sickle, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Was Greg in trouble? Was he always getting in trouble as a kid, or was he a helper? Was he a thoughtful family guy, or was he...
Thoughtful family guy, yes. He loved his family and he always thought of us, but he always had little antics. There was nothing really big that he got in trouble for. The 900 numbers he told on himself.
Girls hiding in the bushes.
Girls hiding in the bushes, swimming naked in the pool. I think
Having
he did.
parties at the house.
And but he never did anything like steal a car or anything like that. Never really got in trouble.
But he liked his family. He liked you guys.
Oh, I hope. Yeah.
Oh,
You guys,
We feel like. Yeah, we feel like.
Of course, he made me cry that.
you guys had like a tight childhood. You guys were hung out a lot, went to the same
Yeah,
parties,
Greg
had
and
activities.
Greg and I did.
That's when we go to the Mandy stuff.
Yeah.